2 decades of Lego games, 200 million copies sold, and it somehow took TT Games this long to give us a full open world Lego Batman? Well, it's here and I finally got my hands on it just a little bit early. I want to talk about it right now. Real quick before anything else, Warner Brothers Games gave me free early access to this game so I could review it. Everything you're about to hear is still 100% my honest opinion. This is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and there is a lot to get into, so let's go. Real quick setup, this is a brand new open world action adventure from TT Games, the Lego Games people, published by WB Games. It's out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on Steam and Epic. It's rated E10+, so it's genuinely all ages. The pitch is basically live out Bruce Wayne's entire journey. We're talking origin to legend, stitched together from decades of Batman. The movies, the comics, the shows, the games, all run through that signature Lego sense of humor. Think about this as like a love letter, but you can punch things in it. And right out of the gate, the first thing that I thought when I was playing this genuinely feels like a modern game. Now, I have a 5-year-old, so I play a lot of these Lego games. Going back, my memory is never the same as what the game is providing me. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, I'm playing this in 2026. The game came out in 2006. The graphics don't quite live up to what I remember them to be. But this game, obviously just now coming out, the graphics and the mechanics are a real step up, not just a Lego reskin. As a lifelong Batman and comic book fan, it clicked with me almost immediately. This is a great Lego game in 2026, full stop. The campaign actually starts before Batman. You're young Bruce training with the League of Shadows. From there, you build up into the Caped Crusader, and along the way, you assemble a whole crime-fighting family. Jim Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and the Rogues Gallery is stacked in this game. We got Joker, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul if you're nasty, Bane, and so many more. If you grew up with this stuff, the fan service alarm is going off constantly, and that's a good thing. But instead of one straight retelling, the campaign is split into about 6 chapters, and each one plays like its own little comic book run. New ally at your side, one big villain to take down. And it doesn't just copy the movies, it blends them together. One stretch will smash the Joker's origin from Tim Burton's 1989 film, together with the Iceberg Lounge from Matt Reeves' The Batman. Then throw a deep-cut goofball like the Condiment King, one of my favorite Batman villains of all time, at you for no good reason, just for good measure. That remix energy is the whole vibe. And I think the real draw for this game, I mean, if you've played any Lego game, you already know what you're in for. And this is much of the same. You know if you either like those type of games or you don't. But what really got me on this one is how stuffed it is with Easter eggs, references to the movies and the comics around every corner. As a comic book nerd, and this is a comic book YouTube channel, I was grinning constantly. One honest nitpick though was, I think it kind of leans a little bit heavier on the film side than the comic side. I would have loved a little more deep comic representation, but what's here still made me fan out in a very good way. And I am not exaggerating about the Easter eggs. The developers say that there are around 20,000 references packed into this game, hidden in posters, voice lines, even the radio. You will not catch them all in one playthrough, I promise you that. And combat gets a real glow up here. It's a whole new system built around fluid attack chains, over-the-top takedowns, and gadgets you weave right into the fighting. Batarangs stun and distract, the Batclaw reels enemies in, and every character has their own toy. It really takes a page out of the Arkham trilogy, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, all of those fighting style. Robin's got a cable launcher and birdarangs. Nightwing electrifies everything. Batgirl hacks security systems with a hackerang and runs a drone. Jim Gordon, and I'm not making this up, fights crime with a foam sprayer. Catwoman's got the whip and literally summons a cat. And Talia can ninja dash teleport behind enemies and dart them to sleep. And the combat itself is a real departure for Lego. It borrows the rhythm of Rocksteady's Arkham games. You're countering and dodging, parrying, when a prompt pops up over an enemy's head, and you're stringing combos into the hundreds, except every hit lands with a big comic book crack on the screen. On top of that, each hero has their own skill tree and an ultimate move you can charge up by chaining hits. Batman's, for example, unleashes a whole swarm of bats on a crowd. Now, some of the fights can get a bit one note, but a lot of that is just par for the course. That's the type of game that we're playing here, and it's still fun, just it's not something new every single time. Now, reminder, since some of you skip around, UB gave me this one early for free. Still my honest thoughts. Moving on. Now, the big one, the city. This is what you came here for, the open world. Gotham here is a real open world playground spread across 4 islands, and it goes vertical, up into the skyline and down underground. You've got actual landmarks to find. Arkham Asylum, Ace Chemicals, the Gotham Botanical Gardens, Wayne Tower, and getting around is half the fun. I mean, it's like the Spider-Man games where the movement was so fun and fluid. There are many times in those Spider-Man games for the Sony PlayStation where I'm just swinging around, having a good time. I like to just clear my head and swing for a few hours. But then with the Batman, grapple launchers are the thing. This is the same thing that those Arkham games had, and you always had fun swinging around the city. The grapple launcher to zip building to building, the Bat glider to soar, or you can just drive around. I mean, there's over 30 vehicles, each one with its own feel. The tumbler in particular, oh, the tumbler? You wouldn't be interested in that. Is a tank you can plow straight through the scenery with. But honestly, the open world is the heart of it. The map's not the biggest Gotham ever, but it's dense. Rooftops and alleys packed with skill token chests, villain trophies, Riddler and Cluemaster puzzles, plus full side mission chains. There's a detective case hunting down Waylon Jones, or Killer Croc if you're nasty, that has you analyzing clues like the world's greatest detective, and a Catwoman storyline of many heists chasing the Falcone fortune. Roughly, the main story runs about 12 hours, but going for 100% can push it past 30. And I gotta say, the whole time I'm playing, traversal is satisfying, the open world feels alive, and it's worth exploring. You want to go down every nook and cranny. You want to go down each alley and say, oh, what's over here? What's over here? And that's kind of the nature of a lot of the Lego games in the past was, okay, I want to collect every stud. I want to do all of these things. Now, when you're no longer on rails and you've got this open world to explore, it just kind of unleashes on you. So it's like, where has this been? Why haven't they done this before? It seems like a no-brainer. All right, collectors out there, this is for you. There are 100 outfits in this game, 100. 99 problems, but a suit ain't one. The free Golden Age Batsuit is based on Batman's literal debut from Detective Comics number 27. We got the long pointy ears, we got the purple gloves, all the way back to 1939. And the pre-order suit is The Dark Knight Returns. Frank Miller, classic, huge bat on the chest, 1986, one of the most influential Batman comics ever made. The cars are a tour through Batman on screen. We've got the campy red pinstripe 1966 Batmobile, the gothic 1989 Tim Burton car, the weird skeletal Batman Forever ride from 1995, and the aforementioned Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. Decades of Batmobiles in one garage. And the 100 suits run the full range, from straight from the comics classics for the purists to the lime green toxic waste Batman ninja look if you want to go feral. You can unlock a lot of them from missions, but you can also buy suits and Batcave decorations from my wife's favorite character, Batmite, who runs little shops around the city and won't stop with the meta one-liners while you browse. And the Bat Cave is your hub the whole time. That's what you go back to every time you pick up and play. You can upgrade your gadgets, display trophies, dig through case files on the Bat computer, and decorate the place. There's a personal gym. Yes, Batman has a gym, because of course he does. Best dumb detail, I would say. Your Bat phone can ring at random, and it's Bane, voiced by Matt Berry, calling to leave you the most gloriously childish crank messages. You will LOL when you hear it. And here's something genuinely cool that's easy to miss. The developers said every single build you see in this game is a real Lego model, designed so that if you bought the bricks, you could rebuild exactly what's on screen. The model team actually enforces it. That physical to digital authenticity is the whole point of a Lego game, and they did not cut corners on that. Okay, my personal favorite, as a huge comic book fan right now, they put the absolute Batman suit in here. The 2024 reimagining, the brawnier, no fortune Bruce. Man, as a comic book reader, seeing that rendered in Lego genuinely made my day the first time I saw it. I was like, no, they did not put in absolute Batman. That's the kind of deep cut that tells me that people making this actually love Batman. Now, co-op is two-player local split screen couch co-op. One of you is Batman, the other is an ally, and your buddy can drop in and out mid-game whenever. Heads up though, it's only local. There is no online co-op. So you got to plan accordingly. That is kind of a little downside. I had a buddy of mine who wanted to play me online. We could not do that. Unfortunately, my son, who is with me all the time, obviously, he gets to benefit from that. We get to play Lego co-op all the time now. If you want a challenge, there are tougher Caped Crusader and Dark Knight difficulties beyond the usual Lego breeziness, and the accessibility menu is genuinely deep. Customizable UI you can strip down, colorblind presets, combat and aiming assist, plus hearing and motor options. So bottom line, if you are a Batman fan, and especially a comic book Batman fan, this is an easy recommend. It's a great Lego game that finally feels properly modern. Sharp graphics, combat with real teeth, and it's a love letter to the Dark Knight stuffed with Easter eggs from every era. One last time for the record, WB Games provided me this early and for free, and these are all my honest thoughts throughout. So that's Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. If this was your first time on the channel, this is my first ever review copy, so this one's kind of special to me. But let me know which Batmobile I should be driving around down in the comments. Hit subscribe, and I will see you in Gotham.